Another episode. Today is for the week of Wednesday, June 27th? No, 26th. 2019, being recorded Friday, June 28th. And, yeah. So, it's been a hell of a week for me. A little bit of ups, a lot of bit of downs. Just for funsies, I have resumed playing. Oh, did you hold on a second? No, that had to have been me. I'm about to say, did the pets put one of my socks in the water bowl? But no, that was me. Um, just for funsies, I have started playing Oxygen Not Included again. It's not going to be a Let's Play or anything. It's just something I've been doing for fun. Uh, let's see. Star Trek has recently started something fun, something new. We are doing, what's it called? Sector Conquest, we're calling it. Well, we technically haven't started until June, or July rather, but I've done a practice match with my team, and I'm quite impressed with it, really. Sector Conquest being a sort of, how to say... Let's scan for these. It's kind of, come on, Kyrix, use your words. It's a campaign setup where it's basically we're split into 4 teams. I am the red team. I've actually been calling myself the leader of the red team. That's really not decided yet. I only called myself that because I was the first person in it. You know what I mean? Oh, there's a data box. But anyway, the setup is we're given, I believe it's 5 points, maybe 10? 5 to 10 points, and we can ante up a certain amount of points. 1 point allows us to use 100-point fleets. Max ship limit, or max on one ship being 50, you know, the usual. And minimum ships of 3. Then after that, we have... completely lost the thread here. Where the fuck do I go? After that, we have the 130 point for 2 points. We can use a 130 build, which is just standard shit. You know, nothing special. Just standard builds, 130 points, no ship more than 50, and 3 ships minimum. And then we come to the fun one, which is... oh, there's beacon fragment. Let's grab this for some titanium. Which is 3 points. Oh, it's just the shark. I don't give a shit. Oh. Oh, he's right there. That explains it. There we go. So, for the 150 points, when you ante 3 up, that's when things get interesting, because then you're looking at... Jesus Christ. One of those is really low. Then you are looking at 4 ships minimum. Actually, I think the 130 is also 4 ships minimum now that I think about it. Oh, it's just one of those. It's no big deal. But anyway, the 4 ship minimum, you're looking at 1 ship has to be over 50 points, and that's where things get fun. Because the game very rarely these days allows you to do something like that, so being allowed to do that is pretty fucking fun. Alright, what we got down in here? Grav trap. I could have sworn I saw something for power cells. Yeah, right there. Mobile vehicle bay. I mean, granted, that's not power cells, but it was another fragment that I saw. Let's see here. More grav traps, if I need them. Is this open? Probably not. How am I on titanium? Oh, I've got room. Let's snag some more. Snag it. Snag it. Now, of course, if you didn't have the grav trap, this room would be awesome for that. I do have it, but it's still good for titanium. Now there's one more thing I saw that happened to intrigue me. And that was... Oh, that's actually intriguing. Both of those. That's some more titanium. That's some more titanium. The fuck? Did I just see a stalker swim through there like that? That's bullshit. Oh, no, it's one of the little rabbit fish. I think it's actually called that. But anyway. So yeah, this little cave here kind of intrigues me a little bit. I'm curious what's in it. If anything, could be nothing. Probably going to be nothing. But we're going to take a look. I already lost it. It's over here. Okay, cool. So yeah, the 150 points is going to be a doozy, and when you, I think it's when you win the battle, you get the antied points as scoring points, for lack of a better term, that you can use to conquer neighboring sectors, and at the very end, whoever has the most sectors wins. You know, sounds simple enough, right? Right. That's what I thought too. And of course, there's some nuance to it, as you would expect. Yeah, this is just a fun little canyon, nothing special, just the usual suspects. It's just kind of a waste of my time. That's okay, that's how we learn. But, get away from my ship, you little fuckhead. Gah! So, anywho, that's been waiting the wings there. I'm actually really looking forward to using all three of my teams, because they are a lot of fun. I decided to break out shit that I either haven't used or haven't used often, and it's so far showing pretty good effect, I think. That reminds me, there were things I was doing, or trying to. I wanted to do the mod station. That's what it was. Alright, what's that taste like? These are nice. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Computer chip, diamond, and lead. Thump, 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 thump. First, let's put all these back. Or not back, but in. So, I mentioned some ups and some downs. Let's talk some downs here. First and foremost, I ended up missing another day of work. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I totally did, and it sucks. So, I'm up to 2 points now. And the fact that I missed work is why this week sucks. Because not only is it going to dip into the next check, which I kind of need in its entirety, but on top of that, it will, it puts me closer to being fired in a very technical sense. I'm not in any particular risk for that, last I checked, but, you know, I'm closer now than I was last week. For the record, I think I'm at the point where I have all of my points accessible. I'm out of the 2-point danger zone, because if I'm not, I'm fucked, because I have 2 points now. But, I don't intend to use those other points, if you catch my drift. That's the wrong part. There we go. So, anyway, what happened was, I'm not sure what started it, but basically my bike tire went flat. And, I remember what started it now. I basically, you know, came out, was about to ride to work, and the tire was just fucked. Now, fortunately, I leave myself a good amount of time to do things, so that if something like this happens, I have a workaround. Well, my workaround was to pump it up, wait 5-10 minutes, see what I can do with it, you know. And it still held air, but not enough for my comfort. I basically got, you know, 3 minutes into my route and said, fuck this, This thing's gonna go flat. It's gonna strand me halfway to work, and I'm gonna be stuck there. And I'm either gonna have to miss work anyway and be hot and sweaty while I wait for someone to pick me up, or I will come into work extremely late and be hot and sweaty. You know, so I'm getting a half a point period if that happens. And I felt it was better to just cut my losses, skip that day, and call my friend and basically tell him, hey dude, emergency, I need you over here. And he came over, and as it turned out, there was no puncture in the tire, which was extremely unusual. Because, you know, that's the kind of thing. Tire's flat, must be leaking air, has to be a puncture, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? So, what the nearest we can tell is there's some kind of weird bubble in the tire that shouldn't be there. So, we took the tire out, you know. And for the record, when I say tire, I mean inner tube. You know, we didn't actually swap tires. So, the problem is, or not the problem is, what happened was I had him run me to Walmart. Because he had once mentioned, well, since his Walmart was open, not the one I work at or anything, he had once mentioned that he thought he could get him there. The special kind of tube I need. Turns out he couldn't. We, in desperation, bought a 26 normal stem in the hopes that it would work, and if not, turns out my rear wheel is that size, so I would have a spare for that at least. Because, you know, more spares the better. And that naturally didn't work. Even the valve extender couldn't save it, so that was a wash. So basically, I had to call my aunt, because I was short on money for something. I borrowed 40 bucks from her. Oh, I remember what it was. I needed to buy a new tire, and I also wanted to go to Cece's Pizza with Reaper, because he came over that following day. So, yeah, that was actually the day, or no, that was the day before, I think. No, what was it? No, hold on, I missed work. I missed Sunday. I went in Monday. I think, I don't remember if it was my aunt or Reaper or my friend I had pick up. Or take me in, but I think Reaper's the one who picked me up. And then I got my aunt to basically give me 50 bucks to, 40 bucks, sorry. 40 bucks to, you know, get a new inner tube and maybe get Cece's. Turns out more than enough for Cece's. Lucky me. Oh, coral. I'm looking right at the damn thing. Gonna need more of those soon. So, again, the plan was go up there, get this charming little, gonna need some gold and some more silver. Get this thing from the bike shop, because you gotta go to a bike shop for this kind of thing. And that's that. Well, the problem was they didn't have any 26-inch. They had a 27. And the bike shop guy's like, here's this trick I use, you know, just roll it inside itself and it should work. I'm like, well, what's the risk to the tube itself? He's like, oh, there's no risk. And there was totally a risk. So I get the tube, I think, okay, that's it. That's the day. I'm good. I'm golden. And I give my friend a call and a text basically saying, hey, I need you to come over tonight and patch this because I'm back at work tomorrow. And then I just kind of went on with my day, only to discover that about 2 o'clock in the morning it suddenly hit me, oh shit, we didn't fix my bike. So I basically, because we had put the tube, the old tube, back in just in case, you know. And I figured, whoops, what I would do is I would test it in the morning. I'd get up at like 8:30 in the morning, put air in it, see how much it held. Maybe it could get me to work, and then I'd just pump it up there to get home, that kind of thing. And not so much. I mean, I probably could have, but I'd have had to stop several times along the way, and it just wouldn't have been good at all. Okay, we're going to take 4 lithium, and we're going to take my tank off. I know I have that much lithium. I do. Good. So again, the plan was that, and failing that, I would I'd just try and attach the thing myself, which that's no good for anyone. Just let me tell you right now, for whatever reason, I can never get the damn thing to stay on correctly. 2 silicone rubber and a lithium. I think they're in here. That's a titanium ingot. Silicone rubber. What makes silicone rubber again? I think it's the... Hold on. Not that. Not that either. Ah, creepvine seeds. Well, I happen to be right near those. Also this. Oh, they're not ready yet. Not yet ripe. That's okay, though. So yeah, I keep losing the thread because I'm trying to play and talk at the same time. So, the plan was, you know, get up early, worst case scenario, I fix it myself, with all the fun that implies. But I can never get the wheel to stop wobbling. But fortunately, my friend called me and said, look, I've got maybe a 20-minute window. We got to do this quick. I'm like, okay, cool. We'll do this quick then. And he came over. We got the tire. And as he's putting the extender on, I hear a hissing sound. And I'm thinking that it's the valve extender, you know, that it's losing some air. Some. And that it's just not on tight. Well, I try and fill up my... we left it upside down out in the yard. I go out to go to work, tires completely dead flat. So I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe all that happened was he hadn't filled it or something, or maybe it's the valve itself. Not the valve, the extender. Turns out, no, the tire's just fucked. So I basically had to call my aunt and say, look, super big emergency, I need you to take me in today and have him pick me up, which is what we ended up doing. And it turns out I owed her Thursday for the money that I borrowed from her. So I said, so what'll happen is I get paid that day. You come and get me, take me to work, I'll give you that money I owe you. I still need a lithium. And then I will, with my check, buy a new bike. I don't really have the money to spare. It's gonna fuck my finances up for a while. I mean, I'm not gonna go into debt. I've just gotta pull different things at different times, and it's a pain in my ass. But that's basically where I am right now. There's nothing I can do about it. Alright, I need 2 plasteel ingots, 3 rubies, 2 magatites, and an enameled glass. What's plasteel again? Ah, there we go, plasteel. Okay, 4 lithium. I've got a lot of lithium, so I can do this. Not that. Component. Titanium ingots. Oh, and there's my enameled glass, too. Yoink. So, yeah, long story short, today I bought a new bike. A bit of a rough ride home. I'm still adjusting to it, and it's got a brand new seat, which means it hurts your ass. Nothing you can do about that, you know. Let me just double check what all parts I still need. 2 magnetites, 3 rubies. The rubies are the thing I might not have. Let me check my ruby box. Huh. I think that's exactly the number I needed. 2 magnetite. Get that depth module that I love so damn much. But yeah, basically, that's what happened. I've got a new bike. Which, hey, cool, I've got a new bike, but god damn it, I had to get a new bike, you know? I mean, it's not that I don't love the new bike. It's green. I like green. I almost got this red cruiser, but then I saw the big green Huffy, and I'm like, ooh, that's pretty. I like it. I want it. And now I own it. Cost me $130 because I threw in the protection plan. Because if you know anything about me and bikes, I need a fucking protection plan. I just do. Fucking 900 meters. I guess I should drink shit. What do we got to drink? Got any melons? I like melons. Melons are good for the melon bits. Eat. Nom. Nom. Let's get that knife, the cooking knife. There we go. Eat the melon. Eat the melon. Eat it. So yeah, it's been kind of a clusterfuck of a week. I'm basically very much in the hole and don't want to be, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just kind of stuck in this situation, you know what I mean? It just is what it is. Let me take a look at the fabricator here. I want... not that. I don't need that. This. Well, the enamel glass ain't happening. Well, those will work, I guess. I mean, what I've got now should work. Oh, I'm sitting here like, why is my power stable like that? Because I don't have scanners on, and the sun must be down. Oh, I should put the rest of this crap away, huh? So yeah, I had to spend money that I really didn't have to spend. But, to be fair, I did need a new bike. Not that I'm replacing the old bike, but I am adding on to it, because here's the deal. I'm going back to the system I used to have where I have a spare bike. Today, I'm off, and I'm going to try and hit up KFC with a coworker, which will be fun. But more importantly, I'm going to ride this bike up to that bike shop, take the receipt, and say, hey, I need a refund on this tube, it broke, etc. You know, it's not working for me, need something else. If they've got my 26-inch, cool. I'll call up my friend, get him over here when he's free, because no sense in dragging him out here in a hurry for something he doesn't need to hurry on. And, you know, drag him up here when he gets the chance and fix it. Just patch it up, all neat and tidy, like you do. And if not, then I hit one of the other bike shops. Worst case scenario, $8 in the bank. You know, well, 7 and change, you know. Hold on a minute. Winkles, sweetie, use the door. Winky. I'm here, princess. Come on in, it's okay, it's not gonna hurt you. That's the other thing I forgot. 2 other things happened when Reaper came over. We didn't do any gaming. That's not what this trip was about. He actually came over to help me Get down, princess. First off, he finally dropped the bug spray, which I will be using hopefully today on my day off. Just vacuum the room, pick stuff up, kick the cats out for a little while, hose the fucking room down, and then just kind of go from there. You know, when it dries, let them back in, do the rest of the house, that kind of thing. But more importantly, we ripped my door off, hacked a hole in it, and put the cat door in, the pet door. And only Oreo knows how the damn thing works. Oreo's the only one who got, hey, I don't need Daddy to let me out anymore. I can let myself out. Though she does feel a tad betrayed that it has a lock, and every now and then it just won't work for her, and she can't figure out why, because I lock it. Okay, there's the Cyclops Bridge. That gives me what now? Okay. I just need the Cyclops itself. And then we're good. And sure, it's right there. Why not? So yeah, the pet door's nice. Supposedly, there is the matter of getting them to use the damn thing. They gotta learn it. But once they do, they should be free to let themselves as they please. In practice, not so much. You heard me basically pause the game because Winkles was at the door crying, you know, Daddy, I want back in the room. Silly creature, push it with your face. You know. She's a wonderful little cat, but she's got a couple sprockets loose in the old noggin. You know what I mean? Not the brightest lantern in the core. Oh shit, there's a warper. Fuck that. Not here to fuck with warpers. Shit. No, it is not. Not until I get the sonar. I mean, granted, the sonar will, to an extent, let them know where I am. But, it's better that I know where they are than for them to know where I am and not the other way around. Splat, splat, splat. Alright, going out. Ah, shit. Okay. I'm still gonna need the scanner, though. Ooh, I'm about to say, what the fuck is this? This is something awesome. That's what this is. That's the piece I needed, right? One more, just for safeties. Yup, that was the piece I needed. News is, the Cyclops parts do tend to be near Reaper Leviathans. The bad part is, that means I have to be near Reaper Leviathans. And I don't want that. At all. Oop, that's a prawn piece. The fuck just tagged me? Worry about it in a minute. Wasn't a Leviathan. If it was, I'd have damn sure known. Oh, it's the fucking crabs. Really, dude? Really? Yeah, this is a necessary piece of everything. Because, for one thing, that's my main form of offense with the prawn. I mean, yeah, there's the torpedoes, but let's be honest, those aren't weapons. They're just deterrents. It's just, hey, this is to chase creatures away from you, kind of thing. But, one more. It's one of those things, you know? For whatever reason, and I don't know why. I mean, I have suspicions, but the guy didn't want a game where you could just kill the monsters. I think it was that the critters will be so much scarier if you just have to deal with them. You know what I mean? And that's true, but it also takes a lot of agency away from the player. And that's not to say they can't be killed. If I decide to latch onto a Reaper's face with a prawn using the tether arm and then drill it to death with the drill arm, I can do that. It apparently takes a lot to pull off, though. There is, alternatively, you can just stasis the crap out of it and just repeatedly slash it with a knife until it's dead, which not advisable, but possible. More so, I've heard. But yeah, it's a bit of a thing. Just take a glancey over at the thing. On another note, another YouTuber actually reached out to me. I'm not, because nothing's finalized yet. But I was basically approached about potentially doing podcast-style stuff with them. You know, like, just different channel collabs. Like I said, mostly podcast-style things. Like, he mentioned specifically, like, doing the Marvel movies and what. Like, hey, do you like the MCU movies, you know? Apparently he talks about those a lot, does other stuff. I don't know the specifics. I've actually got to set up a Discord, which is fine. I intend to do the same thing myself with Star Trek, assuming I can't get Sammy and Reaper to do it. Which it's kind of funny that my potential partners for that are Sammy and Reaper, when there's a little meme picture for Subnautica talking about Sammy the Safety Reaper wants to remind you to put, like, hull plating on your Seamoth or he'll wreck it, you know. It's just a cute, stupid little thing. Okay, now I'm pretty sure my inventory saves once I get in and out of the Seamoth. And let's be honest, I didn't pick up anything worth worrying about if I lose it. The only things I really got were blueprints, and those tend to stick with you. So I don't remember what parts of the Cyclops tend to be over here, but there tend to be parts of the Cyclops over here. Now, if I had the parts, which I don't, not on me anyway, but if I had the parts, I can make a scanner room that I can use to find them. New version of Star Trek. Interesting. Okay, one more titanium. Shoot, I can do that. I'm gonna do that. I don't want to be plugging around Leviathan land without just, you know, blindly. If I'm gonna get the things to get this thing, I'm gonna do it right. The enamel glass is gonna be annoying, but entirely doable. I basically just have to get stalkers to bite me and then find their teeth. No big deal. The tooth finding thing will be made easier, sorry about the yawn, by my scanner room existing. So that's a thing. But yeah, there's a potential collab with another YouTuber. That'll be fun if it goes through. Again, you know, we gotta have the talks and whatnot. Hopefully we click. He approached me, of all things, on my little Resident Evil highlight video. I recently released a mini-vid of Resident Evil 2 from my Let's Play that hasn't aired yet. It's online, but it's not available at the time of this recording, where I had a hilarious run-in with Mr. X. And it's basically me giving him the slip, and it was amusing enough that I thought it warranted its own little mini-vid. So, yeah.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, so. Alright, what's it cost for that? Alright, 2 copper. gold, another titanium, and a table coral. Alright, now. For a window. Also for one of these. That's cool, by the way. 2 quartz, 2 titanium, and a copper. Getting low on quartz. That's a thing I need to go for shortly. And, what about a hatch? Quartz, 2 titanium. No big deal. Not too worried about this. I'll get it all back. Alrighty. And now we are ready to go to the ball. It's not what I meant to do. I didn't screenshot shit. Oh. Triangle jumps. Okay. Alright, so we're just gonna hit the surface. I think it's this way. There is another thing, and this isn't going to be talked about too much on this channel. I have started the wheels turning for another channel. This is wholly unrelated to really anything I've done up until now. It's... let's call it educational. I'm still toying around with the name. I had a name, a really good name, and I went to set up the channel thing, and I'll set up the channel and deal stuff later. For all I know, it's entirely possible that I will actually get subscribers without ever putting out anything, because that happens, you know. I think Shannon Q had like 30 subscribers before she ever uploaded a single video, kind of thing. But anyway, I went to put the thing in, and it's like, oh, that email already exists. I'm thinking, oh no. So I did a search thinking maybe it was someone's channel. Not quite a channel, but there's a Christian ministry with that name, and I'm not about to enter that legal minefield. Because you do not want to go to court against a church because they have money. And yeah, maybe this could have been some little rinky-dink, you know, small-town church, but odds are so much better for it being like a fucking mega church, like an Answers in Genesis kind of thing. And I do not have the means to fight that. If they decide, hey, you're using our name, we don't want you to do that. So I just hit the thesaurus, found a name with all the right parts, and even kept my alliteration. And there we are. I'm very mad about the shift. Maybe someday I will mention the name. I actually have to rewrite all my scripts because of that. And yes, it's scripted. Okay. There's some quartz. That's not what I want. Nor so the wreck. Copper and magnetite. I have both of those things. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go back, get some copper, get some magnetite. We're going to plug this fucker in. We're going to get some range on this bitch, and we're going to try and find us a Cyclops. Now the good news is it will not pick up parts I've already collected. Like, I can set it to collect like fragments and shit, but it will not go for shit that I already have. Like, we're not going to get sea moth parts showing up on the scanner no matter how many are in the area, for example. So that's good. Keeps me from wasting valuable time. Yes, yes, I know you're low on battery. You'll be fine, I promise. I'm gonna try and jump on this and see what it does in Seamoth. Watch it break. Didn't break, but God, that hurt. Alright, I doubt I'm going to be diving in any wrecks, so I won't need the cutter just now. I wish I had a bigger HUD. Like 10 things or something would be nice. At least 6 or 7, enough for all my major tools. Always got to leave one out. Say nothing of the poor flashlight, you know? But yeah, this new website, not website, this new channel is supposed to be educational. Not educational in like the documentary kind of way. Very much in a this is for people who know nothing about this kind of a way. The idea being, and I hesitate to mention shit like this because it could, given the sensitivity of the topic, actually cost me subscribers, but it's not like I'm swimming in them anyway. And honest, I am actually an atheist, and comes up from time to time, you know. More so in person than on here. I try, keyword try, not to get all fussy about such things. But I watch a lot of debunked videos and shit like that. And there is a pretty consistent theme I've noticed, which is that creationists, especially fucking young Earth creationists, don't really know much of anything. And I'm not saying that to be dismissive. I mean, there's a lot of things they do not understand. They do not understand what evolution is. They do not know what a scientific theory is. And they sure as fuck don't know what an atheist is. Oh, that was gold. Okay. What do? Honestly, the best part about this is it's just a matter of finding more copper, and we're good to go with more of these. Plus, I don't even need to find more copper. When I bring those back, I will have all the copper I need. Because I'm totally dismantling that fucker. But yeah, so the point of this whole channel is basically I am going to be, you know, babies for science lesson kind of a thing. It's like, hey, you don't know this, and you don't want to hit the textbook, you don't want to go on to name drop. And again, not knocking Professor Stick, it's just he can be very technical at times, and I know a lot of this shit, and I'll listen to his stuff and my brain just turns to pudding. It's like, yeah, he's using big words, you know. Aaron Ra is another big talker, where I fucking make a drinking game of how many times he says the word alleles. I get the gist of it, but I could not tell you what an allele was if you offered me $1 million, you know. So the idea is I'm going to, in very simple terms and using analogies, try to convey a starter platform for whatever it is you want to learn about. Like, hey, this is how a scientific theory works. That's actually the first video I scripted, and I'm getting feedback on it, or trying to. Basically using the analogy of a game of Clue to explain, here's this step, here's how this works. And I say multiple times in the script, this is not a replacement for an actual science lesson. This is basically to give you something to build a lesson on. This is to give you the starter course so that you can go and watch the real thing elsewhere. You know. I am the training wheels for your BMX bike. You know what I mean? Let's see. Try for a Rex. Scan for a moment while it does its range thing. Because sometimes it can take a while to realize how much is going on. Like, there's a wreck there, yada yada, that doesn't help me. Yeah, no salvage. I'm a little alarmed that it's not picking up the Reaper. Because I know the little bastard lives around here. And I put 2 rangefinders in that thing. I should be seeing him. You know, the fucking Aurora isn't that big that it can block a goddamn Reaper Leviathan. What's this? Oh my fucking god, if this is what I think it is... Okay. Well, it is, but it's not the piece I needed. About to say I'm gonna be so pissed. The good news is, that means that yes, those fragments that I'm looking for are indeed here. Not gonna grab that. Not just because I don't need it, but because I need pretty much all my inventory space for this little bastard. So yeah, 2 more engine fragments and we're good to go. And I might be able to do that before I have to sign off. Oh good, there we go. Oh shit, there we go. But here's the fragments. All I gotta do is play keep away. Alright, come on. There's at least 1 fragment here that I do not yet have. That's this. Engine fragment. On the one hand, it's a good thing that it's sunny out, but on the other hand, for whatever reason, this area is so goddamn murky that no amount of light can fucking penetrate. And let's be honest, it would probably just draw the Leviathan anyway. I know they hunt by sonar, but I'm pretty sure its eyes work too. Actually, now that I think about it, I think they actually are blind. I'll drink when I'm ready. There it is. All that trouble hauling the scanner room, and it got me 1 fucking piece out of 3. But the good news is the Cyclops is now Cyclopsable. But yeah, so that channel, I don't expect a lot of crossover. Like, I don't think any of my viewer... let's be honest, I don't really have many. I don't think any of my viewer or viewers are gonna want to see that kind of programming. You're here for fucking ponies and video games. You know. So I'm not gonna bore you with that. I might make a video announcing that the channel exists. But don't expect me to just like, hey, go like and subscribe my other... No. Like, cousins. I'm not going to, because it makes me sound like a dick in this case. It's like, oh, this person's pitching another channel, you know. And the first people that came to mind are people that I actually like and follow. I haven't watched them in a while for reasons that I'm not going to get into. But it's not like they're dead to me or something. But I might, like I said, I might mention it in one video. I might talk about it here occasionally, but that's as much as my channel shilling is going to go. I don't even know if I'll mention it by name in this thing. You might just have to look for that video. And let's be honest, it might just send you to the Kyrix Reviews channel, which I gotta open that back up. I think it still exists. I've got to do more stuff for it. Because I kind of like doing my review channel. I actually had an idea for the review channel. It's a lengthy one, and one that I'm going to have to do a lot of research for. But, yeah. Basically a top whatever list. I know those have been done to death, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Because fuck it, it's my channel. It's not like I'm doing anything else on that channel, right? Upgrade. But yeah, with those scanner upgrades, I should be able to make all sorts of goodies. And then maybe next week, I'll make my Cyclops, or at least start the process of making my Cyclops. And from there, we'll just kind of explorificate. It's fun. It's cool. I'm hip. Because nothing says you're hip like saying, I'm hip. God, I wonder how many people watching this even know what that phrase means. To be fair, I'm not exactly super up to date on it myself. That was a little before my time. A little bit. Not a whole lot. Missed it by like 8 years, maybe? I don't know. No big deal. I don't need to worry about the speed. It can take its time. It's all about the range. I want to see everything. Fucking show me what's hiding on Earth, will ya? You do that and we'll be best buddies. Yeah, see, the good thing about that little temporary scan room is I got all my shit back, you know? Like, none of that quartz went to waste. All that titanium's right back here to roost. Good shit. Good shit for all. Magnetite. I forgot about the coral. Which is good, because I didn't grab any more of it. Yeah, I know. Dehydrating to death. Fucking cry me a river. Why don't you? Alright, so I think 2 marble melons and I should be good. Yeah, 1 more. I'll just eat the other 2. Nom, nom. I gotta find that fucking interior grow bed or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, the interior grow bed. I'm gonna have to find one of those. Whew, there's a big ass map. Okay, what you got for me? Data box, copper, creature egg, reef packs. There we go. Let's grab a couple of these. You know, as many as it'll let me. I think there's, well, I know there's at least 1. There might be 2 out there. If I get 2 or is it 3, I can make my Cyclops, and then we'll go from there.
All systems online.
Ow. Alright. Ah, there we go. Perfect. 2 of them. Called it. Let me just take a look-see at the Cyclops here. Look-see at the Cyclops here. There we go. 3. I need 3. Oh! There they are, all 3 teeth. I get those, I'm golden. And I'm gonna get those. See, here's the thing. Never underestimate how awesome the scanning room can be. Especially, ooh, 4 of them. I could use some extras. There are other things that use these, and I want them. Bloop. Bloop. Oh my god, yes please. All of the yes. All of the yes please and thank you. And look at that range too. It's just, oh, got one, another one for biting me. Fair trade. Fair trade indeed. Oh yeah, baby. All the enamel glass. I can make a fucking underwater observatory with this shit. Now I just gotta swim back to my sea moth and we're golden. I'm gonna fix it first, of course. Well, my week may have sucked, but this run was pretty good. Don't nudge my sea moth, you whore. Alright, let's just get back home. There's home. But yeah, the great thing about that whole scanner room trick is you just go to the surface, set up a scanner room, do your scan, get everything you can get, and then get the fuck out of there. Just recycle everything, grab it all back up, and you're good to go. And it's especially good when you've set up a Cyclops, because it has enough lockers to store all the parts. And, you know, set up one of those, because you might not have room for a, there's a word, for a solar panel. But alright, we're going to stop here. See you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.